Hey guys, welcome back to Grab Your Brew, and if you're new, welcome. Please like and subscribe. This week we are going to respond to our video where you had to guess which one was real and which one was fake. And with my side, we had one real, one fake, and first one was fake, the second one was real, and Jodie's.
I messed up. I told 2 true stories. So, red herring.
Yeah.
Both of mine were true.
And
Brody's ready
guess
to be
what,
scared.
Jodie?
Go on, go on, go on. Do
It's
it.
Wednesday, so we're going to react to spooky stuff today.
I
And
really
we're going to
hope
be
they're good.
reacting
I'm really
to.
good.
I hope they're good too. I see you've got your little aid right there. What did I miss?
Well, I thought it was a ghost. It's just a poor recording of child. And I thought I saw a ghost on the floor, but it was just a poor recorded child.
Yeah, I thought that too, but wherever it is seems to be over here, and I'm not seeing anything. Let's see if it shows to a slow-mo.
Were you in there? Were you in there?
How about listen, children? Children, I need you to pay attention. Who's doing what? Because a whole lot of stuff going on, and these kids are just like continuing.
Nothing happening there. I think that was purely just children faffing about and terrible camera.
Yeah, but you just saw the toy house flip over.
Yeah, but from my end, I couldn't tell whether there was a child behind it because they're all.
No, it was flat
Maybe
against
it's
the
just
wall.
me.
Let's rewind.
Bit fuzzy my end, so I
I'm
didn't
just
realise it
moving
was
my.
flat against the wall.
You knocked this over. You knocked this over. Maybe it was just air. Yeah, what was done?
That little girl's like, I'm out of here. You're the adult and you can't figure out who it is. I'm coming on this side.
I know, she's like, no, nothing to do with me. I'm over here.
I'm noping out of here. Yep, I'm over here minding my business.
See, at first, because of the poor camera quality, I thought we were looking at the kid on the floor because every so often it blurs like he's not there.
I thought that too. Look at the angle it's at now.
Yeah.
Zone, even though none of the children had touched it. And strangely, it happens only moments after the child ran out of the room, freaked out over something that happened inside. Neither mom nor anyone else could figure out what had scared the living daylights out of him. But recently, after posting this video, someone noticed a certain detail that might explain why he was so frightened. It goes without saying, but what they spotted has made the daycare owner deeply unsettled. It wasn't until looking closely at the footage that the daycare owner noticed fades back into the room soon after the child lets out a piercing scream, as if reacting to it. Now, after seeing many comments on this, the daycare owner's daughter, who posted this video, makes another video giving an update on this whole situation.
I wanted to quickly show you exactly what it was that was scaring the little kid that my mom was watching. So pretty much the house, and obviously it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. And this is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video the main thing and the reason that the little boy was screaming is actually in here.
This would be a perfect part to be like, guys, go check out our mirror section. Go check out our mirror episode.
Yeah.
The myths and legends behind mirrors, because
Oh, yeah.
why would you if you're seeing
Mirrors are
something
scary.
in there, covering it up,
Mm.
why is it still in the daycare?
Yeah,
That's my question.
it doesn't make sense.
I understand not moving
especially seeing as it's a
buildings.
kid's mirror.
Yeah, but my thing is like, we get that you can't just sell the facility and buy a new location, but you can damn sure take that out to the house. Let's hope wherever it is goes with the buyer. And I hope this video got posted after the buyer brought it, because otherwise they were like, what?
Yeah.
Unless they specifically brought it.
We'll never get rid of it.
Guys, if you have haunted objects, advertise as haunted objects so people aren't stuck with whatever entity is attached to it. Let the people who actually want to buy haunted objects purchase it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd totally be fine with a haunted object, just not a mirror. Mirrors are just never a mirror.
Haunted objects are entertaining, but I do not want one in my house.
I'm quite morbid though.
Creepy.
Why are these people running towards
It's like,
it?
well, proof, you know. People are reluctant to believe things
You
without
had
a bit
proof
of
on the camera, you didn't need to get a closer look for the proof.
But how do we know
In
that
the
it
dark
wasn't
by
just a
yourself.
spirit that was like, yeah, but how do they know it's not just a spirit? It's like, oh my god, why am I not at home anymore? I'd have been freaked out by the
Why am I
child.
tripping
it's
over
like,
all
okay,
these
no one's
baby
around.
gates?
Yeah, exactly.
When
How
I
are you
died, there was no
considerate?
children in this house.
So, you know, it might not be anything bad. It might just be confused by the fact that it's stuck in, tried to hide in the
And it's
house,
tripping
freaked
over
out,
baby
realised
goats.
it was too big for the house. I thought you said baby goats then.
No baby gates, sorry. I'm still sick. What if a hand would have come out and grabbed her? She'd only had herself to blame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it again.
Why are you talking to it?
Do it again. I'll wait.
You need to keep the camera
This
still.
feels. What?
Do it again.
Do it again or start paying rent.
Open the gate.
No, after the sheet comes off. Shit!
I was looking
you
at
see
something
that?
else. No, I was
like,
looking at the gate.
watch the
I'm
sheet
sure
come
I
off
can
now,
see
and then
something.
something moved under the sheet. Do you want me to rewind it?
Yeah, go on then, because I was looking at the gate to see if there was any string or anything.
I was looking at the sheet,
You know
like,
what I'm
watch the sheet get tugged off. See it?
He's like, fuck you, I'm not playing.
Out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, but first of all, you should not have sat on the ground. You need to be ready to leave at all times. All times.
This is a tough one for me, because I am a believer, but I'm also a rational person, and we can only see part of what's there.
Yeah.
We can't see the other side and whether there's anything there. It's not a controlled
Robin,
environment,
what could fit
is
there
it?
the other side?
Someone could have been stood there off
I'm
camera.
kind of 50-50 on this.
Yeah,
Because
me
the only
too.
reason why I'm 50-50 because I would have been like, well, you know, they could have had something there to pull it, but it would also be the same motion if you pulled it with a finger. But you see stuff pushing from inside the mirror. The only reason I'm 50-50 is because this is a daycare. You're affecting somebody's business if they recognize this. So why would they risk their business for a viral video? Do you get what I'm saying?
People are
Because
stupid.
if I'm dropping my child off at this daycare, I recognize all of the ins and outs and the whole layout and how the room looks in every facility that my child has been in.
This isn't the daycare owner, it's her daughter. And they may not have been in this back room where they store things.
They were originally. The kids were. Remember they said
I don't
that's why he saw
know.
the mirror and then he locked everybody out. We'll say 50-50
I'm on the
on
fence.
that one.
Yeah, 50-50.
Let's see what
the house fell
says.
down. But yeah.
Yeah. Because why you wouldn't do that with
I like
children,
controlled environments myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you can't see the whole of it, it's not controlled.
But the only thing the house falling down is what's leading me towards it is creepy. Because you're not going to do that with children in the room. You damn sure ain't going to do that with my children in the room, because there will be hell up if you were trying to pull some kind of hoax and my child is right there.
Two little indents appear on the cover, looking just like fingers pressing from the other side. The thing is, though, there shouldn't be another side. The only thing beneath the sheet is the vanity mirror, which doesn't have any moving pieces. But here, something moves. Upon seeing this, she immediately bolts out in a panic frenzy as something with the creepy mirror just happened. She has no idea what was underneath, but whatever it was, she has no intention of finding out or going back into this room. She has since locked the door, making sure no kids get inside.
is that we're going to keep the room closed off from the kiddos for now so they can play in the rest of the space.
While she waits for the buyer to pick up this item, the door remains shut. She recorded this video for the lady since she asked to be filmed. She wanted a video of herself blessing a room where apparently many residents have passed away. The seniors call this a death room because, weirdly enough, whenever a resident stays there, they either get really sick or pass away within a month or two. It's a very...
It's care
Now,
home.
we've worked in healthcare, and that's usually the room that they put hospice patients in. And that calling it a death room is pretty extreme. I don't want people to get alarmed like, oh, the room's killing them. In some facilities, not all facilities, because some of them stay in the same room, but that's usually a hospice room where they only have days to months to live anyway.
Things don't go according to plan. This is what was caught.
Hate camera shake. Can someone hold the camera still? Bad cameraman.
It's a nightmare. It's hard to know what you're seeing.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels.
I'm sorry, I feel like this entire thing is staged, because why would you have the lights off?
I know, it's not making any sense to me, this one.
It seems like they're intentionally shaking it. And why is the room intentionally dark? Because let's face it, if I'm going to go into a room, I'm going to turn all the lights on, and I'm then going to cleanse it.
May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
It happens quickly, but the rosary gets lifted. Yet saying that is an understatement because looking closely, it actually appears as if someone had yanked the string of beads. However, no one is there. The only plausible explanation would be that the old lady had moved her arm or wrist, which made the rosary move. But clearly, she doesn't. Now, the person who took this is a nurse who works at this care center, and she states that while taking this video,
At that age, I'm looking at her age, she knows how to be a camera person.
she couldn't help but feel nauseous. She no doubt believes that there's something off with this room and mentions that there have been other incidents involving this space. One particular incident that she can't stop thinking about is when one of her coworkers recorded this. During a group therapy session, which included a therapy dog, this happened.
Where's your other sucker? You want to have one? Use it.
Sheila. Really?
You know, I'm sold. The dog sold me.
Yeah. I wasn't sold on the rosary because I was just messing under the table. And if you've got something in your hand, necklace or rosary, you could flick it easy enough without it looking like your hand's moved with your little finger. Hand like that. Did my hand move?
Yeah.
But the necklace did.
Yeah.
Plus, this is a heavy pendant rosary, isn't? This is a solid piece of lapis.
Yeah. And the thing is, with the rosary, depending on the bead, she could have pulled the string to make it go tight.
Yeah.
At around 3 p.m. on a quiet Saturday, Bonita Adonis was home alone watching TV inside her kitchen. It wouldn't be long before her husband came back from the grocery store. According to her, it isn't often the case that she has the whole house to herself, especially considering that her relatives are staying over for a few months. But even they are away from home, leaving Bonita completely alone. However, that may not be entirely true, because based on what was captured on a security camera inside her kitchen, this happened.
That was a little aggressive.
If it wasn't for the passing figure that briefly appeared, Bonita says that she would have written this off as nothing more than an issue with the stove. But seeing how it shook uncontrollably before lifting up and crashing down only seconds after the shadow makes her think this was anything but a typical appliance issue. Now obviously, stoves don't do this, but it's this fact alone that has convinced Bonita and her family that an unseen presence had done this. And perhaps, as they believe, it's a presence they're familiar with. As mentioned earlier, Bonita's relatives are staying over for a few months. They had gathered there after the recent passing of Bonita's grandmother, who passed away naturally under Bonita's care. Maybe, according to them, this might have been her spirit. But despite what they believe, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
Yeah. My thing is, I hate when people sit there and say, oh, well, my grandmother passed away, so that could have been her. Why would your grandmother destroy your cooker?
Yeah, but what made me laugh was when she said, when he said a stove issue. Since when do stoves get returned because it's levitated, flipped, and
yes, like what's the return policy on this? It kind of exploded.
No, that was very strange. Very strange.
That was very strange. Getting creepier and creepier. That one I'm about 70% sure that was something demonic.
Yeah.
Not your grandma, because your grandma knows how expensive stoves are.
It's been barely a month and a half since Jacqueline and her daughter moved into this new house. And now, after seeing what happened to her daughter on this night, she's not sure if staying here is safe. While Jacqueline is upstairs taking a shower, her daughter is by herself in the kitchen. Suddenly, this happens.
Time blowing off steam. But now at the casino, she's playing to avenge Paul's death. She lures Victor into a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands just to see what his tendencies are. But then she goes for the throat.
Within 4 hours, Sally has cleaned Victor out, winning the entire $100,000.
Maybe the ghost doesn't like true crime.
Frequently in a poker game like this, because the stakes are so high, emotions are so high, these disputes are carried away from the poker game.
With her arm clutched, Jacqueline's daughter immediately runs upstairs to tell Mom that something had touched her. Jacqueline froze upon hearing the words that no parent would ever want to hear their own child say. But unfortunately, there's evidence. Something had apparently left a mark on her forearm. Now, Jacqueline states that this photo was taken only minutes after being told by her daughter, at which point she reviewed the footage from downstairs. Seeing no one else around, she wasn't sure what to make of this. But seeing the bag on the couch move on its own and a small object throw itself at her daughter has led her to believe that this was supernatural.
The entire $100,000.
Whether paranormal or not, her daughter's suddenly crying and the mark on her arm is pretty strange. But as always, I'll let you come up with your own conclusion.
Doesn't take a lot for an empty plastic bag to slide.
If they have any kind of fan or any kind of airflow, an empty bag could have come down. I don't know. Maybe the ghost just didn't want to watch true crime because you can hear true crime on in the background.
Why is a
It's
little
like,
kid
I'm
got
tired of
true
this.
crime on? It's like, why is the kid listening to true crime?
Yeah, especially like a kid that's saying owie. At what age are they going around saying owie, owie? Like, that's got to be like 3. You know, she looks kind of tall for a 3-year-old.
I'd say she's maybe 6, 7. No,
I don't know.
but I don't know. I'm not really convinced.
I'm about 20% with this one.
He films a video of a car seat sitting in the living room. It belongs to her baby daughter, who isn't using it at the moment. However, if she had been, then what just happened earlier wouldn't be so creepy, because according to Mom, it was just then that the car seat shook on its own.
Doggy growling.
Literally nothing here. My baby is sleeping. Don't have a remote. It just did its own thing.
Even the family dog was freaked out by this. They growl and bark as if sensing something dangerous, but clearly nothing is there. If a couple of toys had been there, then one could argue that the shaking was mainly due to a child's toy that vibrates. But as Courtney explains, that wouldn't be possible because the way it shook was too intense. Courtney
Can't
explains
see any
that wouldn't be
shaking.
possible.
Maybe it's just a bit of lag on my
I
end,
don't
but
know.
I can't see any shaking, just camera.
I couldn't see any shaking either, just her shaking. I couldn't see any shaking at all. And even if there was, it was done so gently that the ghost was probably just trying to be like, oh, soothing a baby to sleep. But the dog, I didn't see the dog. When it pointed at the dog, I didn't see the dog growling, did you?
No.
You said no?
No. I mean, my dogs will growl if someone walks past the front doors. Don't know.
Yeah, and if somebody's got a piece of string pulling it, or I don't know, because she kept pointing the camera at the dog, but I never caught the dog growling on camera. I just saw the sound, which could be added later.
Yeah. I'm not
Do
sold.
you get what I'm saying? Like they could have. I'm not sold. I'm less convinced of this than the last one. I would say this one's a 10%. We're supposed to be getting scary, bizarre bubs, and these are getting less and less scarier.
Immediately in my heart, like I cannot explain the feeling in my heart. Like it just felt warm, and I'm like, this is a vision. And you guys are like, wow, this sounds like such an amazing story. God is good, God is great, He is all the time. But there's more to it. And this is just wow. Looking back, I'm like, God really, He just loves us so much. But so I secured that wedding venue. It's great. Everything's good to go. I signed the papers. I called Drew. He was like in the PA school at the time, and so he could have toured with me. He had a test that day. And this is good. This is my vision. And so fast forward to the wedding day. Fast forward to the wedding week. The entire week of the wedding, it says it's going to pour down, storm down that whole week. Not only that, it's going to be hot.
Like something out of a horror movie, Courtney's dog begins to growl in an empty space. They walk slowly and cautiously as if scared to approach whatever is there. Then, after leaving the room, this happens. A baby bottle slightly moves before plunging right next to Courtney. Naturally, she gets up and leaves in a panic frenzy with her baby. Something weird had just happened, and she wasn't having it. Now, despite there being not much info on the story, it's pretty clear that something strange is going on at Courtney's home, whether it's a ghost or not. These two occurrences have no doubt scared the living daylights out of her. But for now, as with most videos, this one remains a mystery.
I don't think it's that clear that something strange is going on at Courtney's home, because even while recording this video, my water bottle behind my monitor went because of air release.
Also, what is with people filming the whole of their rooms? Why has she got a camera pointed at the door? It's not pointed at a cot or anything.
It could be because I had one in my room, because it's cheaper to buy a security camera than it is a baby camera, which does the same thing. The baby was younger. Obviously they can't get to a stage where they're climbing out, and I also didn't want people in the room. But it would move
Yeah, but that
wherever
wasn't
there was
pointed at
movement
the cot.
inside. She's sitting there. Mine
It
was
looked
at the back of the
fit
room.
to me,
So
the
did a
camera.
Mine did a 360 view of the whole room, and then like let's say I turned the TV on, it would go from the whole room to where the sound was coming from and the movement.
But that camera
It would
never
like
moved,
zoom
even when
in.
the dog moved.
Well, no, because it's already stuck in that angle because of a podcast playing on her phone and her sitting there folding laundry.
I'm not sold. I don't know.
Because it's happened to me plenty of times. Like I said, while I was listening to that, I didn't jump from what was going on the screen. If you did catch me jumping, I jumped because I heard this behind my screen.
Yeah.
But my logical brain is not like, oh, the room was haunted. My logical brain is, air must have gone in that bottle because it's a bottle that I fill with water to fill my humidifier with.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold.
I'm not sold on that either. And we've been through some paranormal shit, guys, so it's not that we're skeptics.
Oh, I'm not skeptical at all, but I am logical.
Yeah, we have to think with logic, guys, and so far nothing about this. She may be spooked because she's home alone for the first time, because even the dog, he didn't seem...
It wasn't a dog on
To me,
edge.
it was not a dog on edge, and it just seemed like he was just
Mm-mm.
calculating how to get past the baby without knocking the baby. That's why he looked into the baby as he moved his body.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That is
let's
a breed
face it,
I have and I'm very
yeah.
familiar with.
Well, let's put it this way. If we were in a room with B and B got startled by something, she would not walk out of the room and leave us in there. She would have been growling and she would have been defensive.
She guards the children.
And the dog, like, usually when they're on defense, the tail hair, at minimum, sticks up on edge. Their tails go like that, and their hair goes up, and you start seeing their teeth.
Yeah.
Especially like if
not
any of the kids are around.
I come from a bakery in West Virginia, and it goes without saying, but each video is pretty creepy.
I've been there. Sorry, I just had to put that out there. I've been there.
Now, according to Morgan, the co-owner, all these incidents that were caught on camera are thought to be the doing of a ghost that all employees call Harry. Harry, apparently, has been responsible for all strange things that happen at work, from kitchen trays that fly off the counter to heavy equipment that appears to be pushed by an unseen force. It's safe to say that the bakery has seen a lot of creepy stuff, but nothing compares to the following two videos that were caught at this bakery. According to Morgan, these are videos that she doesn't like to watch as it makes her feel uneasy when she comes to work. Now, just for context, Morgan would always find misplaced items around the shop, but the one item that's commonly found in odd places is a plastic bowl that's shaped like a spider web. There's actually more than one of these, and for some reason, each one is usually found in places where they shouldn't be in. Morgan believes that Harry, the ghost, is responsible for this. It would happen so often that Morgan had to throw away all the bowls to stop the activity, and it did stop for a while, but then one day, while working a busy shift, Morgan notices a spiderweb bowl laying on the couch where all the customers sit. Perhaps someone had brought it in and left it by accident. Regardless of how it got there, Morgan was spooked out of her mind. So, she checks the cameras to see how the bowl had got there, and what she sees scares her to her core. According to Morgan, it appears as if the bowl had morphed out of a painting inside their shop. Have a look.
I didn't see that guy in replay.
Looks more like a rebound.
Like yours, Morgan doesn't know what to make of this. It looks as if the bowl came out of the painting. She believes that this had to be Harry somehow, doing this as an attempt to get back at her for throwing the bowls away. While it's unsure if that's the case, another incident similar to this one was caught on camera that's made...
Because let's face it, if ghosts could manifest Dollar Tree items, I would want that ghost so I could stock up. Because you didn't have to pay for this product, and you can now sell it on Temu. Just
those super light, those bowls are super light, and when you look at where the picture is, you could stand on the stairs.
It looks like it's being thrown at it. Yeah,
it looks like a rebound from that angle.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be scared. I mean, if I came and there was a ghost just hanging random plastic bowls somewhere, I think they were trying to have fun with me. But that's just me.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what are you doing today?
I mean, as long as you're not damaging any heavy equipment, I'm okay
or
with
hurting
that.
people. Yeah.
Or hurting people. Coexist as long as you are not hurting people, trying to take any souls, or damaging any equipment. We have boundaries. I have more boundaries with ghosts than I used to have with men. That is the truth.
That's so true, though.
It is. And that's why I remain single. Guys, this is our scary combination with Bizarre Bubs, and our next react video is going to be haunted Airbnbs, which our dad and you were there, right? With the haunted Airbnb
I was.
situation. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget our Monday deep dive and next week's Wednesday video. Have an amazing week.